we have game 2 here of the set, Laska Liner and Lionheart. On Misery, the only mixed base map that we have here on APC2. And it's a 3-base mixed map. It was on Live Madness 2, Voice of Akasha's TPSI's tournament that happened like a month ago. Very cool map. And everyone has been saying that Sammy is like the pick here in tier 2, but I don't know. I feel like the other tier 2s have their viability. And so we see here Laska Liner in the Purple Lightning with Sammy, with the pick that everyone says is the pick. And then we have Lionheart going with Olaf. And this might be the most common CO picks or matchups besides Sammy Mirrors. Just Sammy and Olaf. I think you can also go for Kindle. You can go for Max or Eagle, but kind of tricky. Eagle in mixed base can be very tricky. But yeah, the very different COs here, Sammy and Olaf. So Sammy is going to have the possibility of getting those captures because you're going to need 2 units to stop it. So for example, Laska could go next turn over here. Lionheart would have this one to interrupt, but then he would have to have another one to stop it. He's not going to have enough funds for a tank. But I feel like that would be kind of a bad decision from Laska to go for this. I think you probably just go here and then you go back to the airport. So I guess he sort of is doing that. He's sending one towards the middle, which you want to do that to get this chain of cities. But he could, if he wants to, double tap this infantry from Sammy. But at the same time, he goes to just go for that. So the options are open here. And remember, Laska won the last match, so Lionheart has to win this one to go to game 3, or else Laska just moves on to the next round. We're gonna get an RD build here from Laska. It looks like perhaps to lock down this city from Lionheart, from Olaf. I don't know, kind of a weird RD build if you ask me, honestly. Perhaps to lock down this city from across the mountains as well. But no tank build, just RD and then mech. So maybe his plan was to make a mech, but a mech here is also kind of weird. I feel like the best mechs are in either this space or this space, because they can move on these mountains and like towards these valleys. Over here, probably the best is just going this way and like attacking this space. And there goes, okay. This infantry actually doesn't go for that capture because this infantry was there in range. But, oh, I guess he wants to send this one here? You're not gonna get that capture though. I feel like Lionheart could have gone for this capture and then bring this guy here. And if Laska attacks, then you just take out the infantry. But there goes that Sammy infantry. Pretty much Sammy is going to be on the clock here. She needs to get a big advantage with her day-to-day. Perhaps a very strong double time. Victory March is more expensive than Winter Fury. It's actually 1 star more expensive. So it's going to be very hard to get a Victory March before Winter Fury comes along. And remember, there's no comm towers either. There's no comm towers. So certain buffs that COs have are going to shine more. Like Sammy's infantry and mech, extra 30% firepower is going to shine a lot. But her lack of vehicle attack, both tanks, copters, is going to shine. Or what's the opposite of shine? That. It's gonna do that a lot. 90% firepower tanks attacking on pretty much plains, forests, or cities, because there's very little roads or significant roads on this map. So her tanks are very bad, and that's why I understand him just going for mechs and already like straight up ignoring tank builds. But tanks can still be pretty good in these early stages. Also very interesting, this tank would have wanted to go here so it could reach this guy next turn, but the mech is not allowing that. And now we're gonna see Lionheart just make some tanks, more tanks, and a recon over here. Not sure what the recon is for. Perhaps to go through this little valley where you can connect his vehicles and take out this guy and flip that property. The problem with this arty build and the mech build by Laska is he's also very low in infantry, right? These are the only 2 infantry he has in this base area. He's pretty low in infantry overall, 11 against 14. He's kind of relying on these mechs to do stuff. And there goes a tank. So, and more mechs, man, so many mechs from Sammy. He went for the interrupt here, but he's gonna lose that infantry. And Lionheart can still get this capture. Okay, he plops the tank on that city to stop Sammy from getting the capture. But it's not, it doesn't look like Laska is getting the initiative that you really would want to as Sammy here. Kind of mechs going back and forth, not enough infantry to go for the captures that you would want to. But he's gonna go and take out this infantry. And Lionheart, he could still go and hit this guy, honestly. Too bad the mech was moved over here because it could have gone like over here. It was probably sent over here to protect this infantry on the following turn. So he did get this capture, but it would have been nice of the mech over here to protect the, well, this infantry really, because this can shoot over here, and then Sammy, sure, she can shoot back, but it's not pretty. Sammy tanks are not that great. And the danger of these arties from this base is that they can lock down this base. This base already also could lock down this base over here. But especially the weakest base is definitely this one, right? Because arties from this base can go through this valley that the opposing player doesn't really have access to. And you can pull up an arty here, 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 or here. You have so many tiles to put arties on. You can still make mechs and like shoot back and like deter an arty from staying on that tile. So it can get tricky. Gonna get a copter build over here. Using the recon just step on the city and prevent Sammy from trying to flip that. And doesn't go, wow, doesn't go for the hit there. I'm surprised. I think you would really want to do that. Right from the forest. You drop that guy down to 4. And then like Sammy attacks with her tank. And it's like 6, 8, I guess, 6, 7, perhaps. I guess with the chip it's definitely a 6. So a 6, 8 is not that bad. But he opts to make copter tank, double infantry. Okay. And he waits all of his units. This tank has been sitting here now for a second turn just to stop this infantry from capturing. Income wise, we have Laska at 19, Lionheart at 20, okay. Double mech moving to shoo off this tank from this city. That should be enough. Gonna start this capture. That is a guaranteed capture because this recon doesn't reach. And this is gonna be building some pressure now from this base by Laska onto this base. They're only missing this side city over at the HQ and this couple of cities here in the middle. And crazy that Laska is gonna try to get this city with this whole arty, this early arty setup was to stop Lionheart from getting it. Now he might get it, and it's literally right on the doorstep from Lionheart's base. Really sending everything. But also, you know, leaving a vacuum here. Everything he sends here is stuff he doesn't send over here, so Lionheart was able to get this city. And Lionheart's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna bring his own arty and point at that base. No mech built by Laska last turn, which would have deterred this arty from moving over here. So is he giving up on the base, perhaps? Now you have a copter also staring at your base and a tank. So this is a problem. You have the three main units you need. You could make a medium tank and save the base, because you still need an anti to deal with a copter. A tank would be taken out easily. So an anti is also taken out. So yeah, I mean, tank or anti are taken out easily. I think the only thing that would save this would be a medium tank. You have more tanks coming in. So we're getting like the double Princess Strike. Princess Strike up here by orange and Princess Strike down here by purple. Get the mech build No double time possibility just yet. And these two cities are gonna fall under Sammy's control. Tank did move out of range of the mechs. Just moving together. Very Tesla-like. And gonna take out that and start that capture right in front of the base too. You're gonna attack the poor mech there. Just so many. Now you're gonna have 2 RDs, possibly 3 RDs locking down at that base, and at that point there is not even a Neo tank is gonna sustain that attack. You're gonna have to make a mega tank to survive 3 RD shots, and Lionheart does not have the cash, not even for a Neo tank. So big trouble over here. Even a medium tank, I don't know if it can be saved, honestly, because there's so many units, and a lack of unit from Lionheart. There's these exposed RDs, but you got mechs covering them, so I was very dubious of the opening from Laska, but it's slowly starting to pay off, all these RDs and mechs, that it makes it hard enough for Lionheart to attack anything really without getting destroyed by these mechs. There's what, 6 mechs by Laska? Dang. These 2 mechs also, like, they attacked stuff over here moving away from this base, making just a single infantry. So this base is lost. Sammy is pretty much giving up that base. You can plop a copter right there and that base is super lost. And I think that is truly the wrong move for Sammy. I don't think Sammy wants to allow the map to get unmixed. Because sure, you will most likely get this base, but allowing this, that's pretty crazy. I feel like a medium tank build would have been wise here from Laska, just to keep the map mixed, and then Sammy can shine there. Here goes the desperate medium tank from Lionheart. The RDs aren't yet pointing at that base, but I think he can take out all of these units and then just surround the medium tank. So then next turn it just gets barreled down by these RDs. Let's see if he does that. And yep, there you go. So that medium tank is locked in. Triple RD pointing at it. Yep, that is one dead medium tank. Also probably another idea to build this medium tank. But yeah, now the map is gonna get unmixed, guys. You don't see this very often on this map. These guys they base traded evenly, sort of, in the last map. Now they're gonna base trade again here evenly. They're just like, yeah, you know what? You can have the space. Yeah, you give me that one. Yeah. I'll take that one. You take mine. It's all good. Oh, man. But, wow. Okay, that caught me by surprise. So this is pretty interesting. These RDs got positioned over here to lock down this space now. So a huge problem here for Sammy. But not only that, he also uses the power to I guess prevent a double time perhaps from happening. It also allows this copter to not get struck by this copter next turn, and it overall restricts movement a lot. Okay, so the power, not the Winter Fury. And now boom, 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 down goes a medium tank, a triple RD shot. Recon is going to be used over here to stop this capture. And yeah, that base is going to fall. But you have this to be careful now. Oh, here, have a pipe burner. No, it doesn't work. Okay. Just makes an infantry and that is going to get taken out. Gonna have to rely on those copters, but Lionheart, making his own anti-air. And he also has his own copters, so honestly, this whole unmixing is looking so good for Lionheart. As Olaf in this matchup. Don't know about that snow though. Because maybe you would have wanted to have the Winter Fury, but still, this position, how this board is now gonna evolve is gonna be looking so good. Even plops already on top of the base. Wow. So Laska Larner has he has one base. He has one base to build on. You can make double copter infantry. Because he's gonna get this one now, but he cannot build on it. So yeah, there it goes. It gets flipped. He's gonna attempt to do the same thing over here, bring the double RD lock on that base, and some copters as well. But Lionheart has a tank over here because he has this tank to attack this RD. So yeah, I don't like this position by Alaska at all. Maybe he has to rely on a victory march. Maybe a victory march will save him. Will it? I mean, he doesn't have any infantry here next to the HQ to really threaten a victory march. He does have, okay, this mech to protect the RD from the tank. But I think you still take the shot. You still go, yeah, and you hit both RDs. And then you just can build, you know, a tank. Just a regular tank. Or honestly, an anti-air probably. Maybe like anti-air and copter? Yeah. And then you have to base skip, but it's fine. You took out one of the other one's bases, so it's fine. Does the capture, has the RDs here. It's looking so good for Olaf. That victory march is going to happen, I think, next turn. Let's see if it happens. Make some shots, get some charge. And the victory march is used after this shot over here. There is no cap limit, so there's no way for Sammy to sneak in a cap limit victory. And we're only at day 13, so there's still... You know, day limit is day 50. So let's see, we're gonna get one cap there, another cap there, and okay, another cap here. He stops. Okay, I didn't even see the funds there. Okay, he makes the mega tank. That will definitely hold on that base. Dang. Okay. 2, 4, 6, but I'm not sure. I think Lionheart still can get 2 copter kills here. He can hit this guy, then move the copter off, probably like block this, and then this other already comes in and takes out this other copter, and then this copter takes this copter out. So then just a lack of air superiority. Maybe this mega tank was too much of a buy. A simple medium tank maybe would have done. I guess you really can't make a copter because you have this anti staring at you. So yes, the mega tank looks nice and it will hold, but it's one of those cases I think that it will just chip down at Alaska Liner. Too much of an investment. We'll have to see. This is definitely dealt with, and there goes one copter down. Yeah, there goes that already. Even the airport now on the thread. Down go all the copters. Get the surround. Even gets a... Wait, he hit that copter? Oh, okay. Okay, I thought this guy shot, left it at 9 and got no damage. No, but it was this guy shot. It dealt 1 damage. You also have the Winter Fury coming, so that's going to help out taking the medium tank out. If there was a way perhaps for Alaska to take out this RD, or one of these copters, maybe the mech with a power, but you have the victory march, right? So there's no charge there. Unmixed base. This map plays very weirdly in unmixed. But yeah, the RD is taken out by the mega tank. And as long as Lionheart can keep these copters locking or pinning down this mega tank, then that thing is not going to do too much. And honestly, he doesn't even have to do too much. Winter Fury is going to even the board, and then he just needs to get some of these cities back to even out the income, which is very nice, 25 to 18, but it's also the victory march and Lionheart being a little bit slower on flipping these properties after the base trade. He is, however, going to get this airport. So that is going to hurt a lot. And there comes the Winter Fury, the first Winter Fury of this match. Do you let the mega tank move off? Okay, takes that out, hits that copter. It looks like he is gonna let the mega tank move off because it's like in the snow. What can it do? It can't even shoot at the RD, right? It's behind mountains, and this airport is capped, so you're gonna start seeing perhaps a bomber next turn to deal with this, and just operation cleanup over here. Dang, look at that. Last guy was at like over 100, and now he's down at 50 this turn. Crazy. I don't know, man. I don't see it winning for Sammy right here. I think he's gonna try his best. Could barely do anything in the snow, but yeah, anything built here is gonna get barreled on by the arty. Didn't save up for a bomber, but copters are still gonna do a good job. He's gonna break through, sit there. Now that base cannot be taken out by this mega tank. Anti also does not reach. Man, is Olaf the best pick here? I don't know, but Last Skyliner being Sammy just with 2 bases, really. Just only being able to build from 2 bases, an airport, Lionheart having 3, and he could soon have a 4th, but it's gonna take a while. You got all these foot soldiers and this injured arty in this valley that are gonna try to put some pressure, but I don't see it happening. I think just with a couple tanks here, you're gonna be fine. And I mean, we do have another victory march coming. Perhaps it'd be pretty funny if this army can victory march, lift this base again. Perhaps gets the airport back. Wait, can he? He's gonna go for the HQ cap with a 9 HP infantry. This is pretty important that it got hit by that like 3 HP tank last turn. This can be a problem for Alaska for sure. It's never pretty when Sammy gets HQ capped. And there is that victory march ready to go. And Lionheart is just pouring. He just doesn't give a crap. He's just gonna go in the face of this medium tank. I don't care. I'm just gonna take out all your units. I'm gonna go for your next base. I took out this base. I took out this base. I'm now gonna take out this base as well. And Alaska's gonna. He might only have left the base that he flipped. He might not have any of his initial starting bases. Man, this set is just insane. And I think we might go to a game 3. I know last guy's ahead on income, but the position is just so strong for Lionheart. So that would give Lionheart the 1-1 and will take us to a game 3. And there go the double missiles by Laska. What? The double missile, but they don't resign? Okay, this is just get the game there. Why the double missile? Takes out that base, so that base is lost. And yeah, Laska Larner, the only base he has left is the one he flipped. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't use the victory march, but Laska Larner is not resigning. He's just gonna let the game play out, I guess. Okay. Was he perhaps holding on to the super so he could maybe go for that, right? And then that's why. Oh wait, that was actually kind of smart. Wait, this was actually kind of smart. Maybe that holding on to that super and making the missiles being like, oh yeah, GG, whatever. And then Lionheart could not take out this infantry and could not block it from a victory march getting onto that HQ. But Lionheart knew, he saw it. He was like, wait. I'm not gonna let that happen. He hits that guy. And then he's like, wait, I need to use that power. So now this guy with a victory march would only reach over here. He would not be able to reach that HQ. So the mind games by Laska Larner, but well identified by Lionheart. I'll tell you, Laska Larner goes for weird stuff sometimes. And that could have, to any other player, to any overconfident player, it would have caught them off guard. And Laska Larner would have gotten the HQ victory march cap right there and then. Damn. Now, yes, he's truly dead. After the double missile build, that was a big mind game play right there by Laska Larner. Oh my goodness. What is this game? Yeah, Laska is very much dead. He's hoping that maybe this doesn't get taken out. that Lionheart times out because he's on increment and doesn't take out this mech that can still reach Victory March to HQ, but that is a dead mech. And all the hopes of a Hail Mary Victory March HQ gap are out the window. There's like no point in really analyzing what's going on because it is truly operational cleanup right now. 9 units left, Victory March, 40k, still ahead on income as he gets more properties, but he finally resigns. Whew. Well, there's a KD. Dang. I just had an idea. Well, I just had a thought. Would it have been possible if Laska prepped it a little bit more and maybe not give enough charge for the Blizzard and also like delete everything, right? Could that have been possible? Would it have been possible? Wait, I think you could have, because you put this guy here, you take out that guy. Whoa, no way. He could have won. He just had to delete everything. Literally delete every single unit. And he would have won. You literally just go like this. And then just delete every single unit. Delete, 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 delete. Just don't leave anything on the board for Lionheart to get charged from. He needed 6k charge. He can only really sacrifice these infantry onto the mech. But that was it. Wow, he would have won if he did that. That's crazy. Wow. That would have been so clutch. And then he cannot get the snow. He can hit this guy, but there's nothing from stopping it from getting to HQ. Dang. Wow, the missed opportunity there from Laska. Oh well. Hey, Umita from the future here. So this match was part of the qualifiers of the Anonymous Player Cup 2, APC2 for short, that I'm hosting. It's a live standard tournament of Advance Wars. The top 8 players from these qualifiers will be playing in the main event, but they will play with new names. Their identities will be hidden to everyone, even the players themselves. I'm trying to stream weekly to cover most of the qualifiers. You're more than invited to join in on the fun. Just stay alert to the YouTube streams on this channel, which will only happen over the weekends, so Saturdays or Sundays. But most importantly, the main event will be played live and live stream along with awesome co-casters on November 8, 9, 15, and 16. It would mean the world to me to see you there supporting the players and the community overall. Thank you. Bye bye.